If you ask me to rate 2021, I would give it a 2.5 out of 100 million. Hello and welcome back to my channel. This year is coming to an end, so I thought why not make a video talking about the things like what I have lost, what I have learned, what I have achieved, what I regret doing, and what I should have done differently. So to start off, the beginning of this year was pretty good actually. I was trying to forget what happened to me in the previous year and was trying to move on with my life. I was really motivated to make a new start. I was excited as well as happy, but my happiness didn't last for much longer. In the month of January, nothing exciting happened. It wasn't a bad month, but it wasn't good either. It was a pretty boring month. All I did in that month was sit at home all day watching YouTube videos and listening to music. Then came February, which I'd say was a very frustrating month. What happened in this month is that I met this girl on the internet. She was from the US. She was nice and friendly, she and I had a lot in common and we clicked very well. We used to message each other till late at night. We used to exchange pictures as well. It was going all good, but then something really interesting happened. I met another girl who was a Filipino. We used to chat every day. She and I had a lot in common. I found her really interesting than the American girl. And I thought to myself, maybe I should end my relationship with the American girl. So a few days later, I decided to break up with her. I told her that I'm not interested in her anymore and I wanna cut the ties. She got very upset when I told her that the reason why I wanna cut the ties with her is because I found another girl. Then she sent me a message which was also her last message to me saying goodbye, and then she just blocked me. After we broke up, I thought to myself, now that I've cut all the ties with this girl, it's only me and the Filipino girl. No one between us. So the next morning, I messaged the Filipino girl. We texted for hours and hours, talked about the stuffs we were interested in, and it was all going good. But after a few days, something very strange and tragic happened. It happened all of a sudden. I woke up one morning and saw her message saying that I'm a creep. And she said she wants to break up with me. When I first saw the message she sent me, I was shocked and a bit confused. There were so many questions in my mind. I don't know what I did that made me look that way, but it was really strange. Then just when I was about to reply to her, I realized that she had me blocked already. I still don't know why she did that. As far as I remember, I never said anything that'll sound weird or creepy. She and we only talked about the usual stuffs, such as music, movies, and food. There is nothing weird about these things. The fact that she wrote those things about me really upsets me. Sometimes I think to myself, maybe she found another guy who she fell in love with, which is why she decided to break up with me. It's so ironic. I broke up with the American girl so that I can be friends with the Filipino girl. Then the Filipino girl broke up with me, and now I don't have either of them. I'm all alone. I have tried to get new girlfriends since then, but so far I haven't been able to get one. It seems like all the women who I find attractive are already taken. The month of March and April were pretty hectic because I was working on an assignment. I was spending more time at home. I wasn't much active on social media. I wasn't making videos for my YouTube channel, and I was literally just sitting at home all day. Overall, nothing interesting or exciting happened during these 2 months. In the month of May, I decided to be more active on my YouTube channel, and I made a few videos which got more than 100 views each. And for me, it's a decent number of views because my channel is very small. Usually my videos barely reach up to 50 views, so getting 100 views was not that bad. So in the month of May, my channel grew up a little bit, which motivated me to make more videos and gave me hope that one day I'll become a bigger YouTuber with millions of subs on my channel. Then came the month of June, which was another boring month, where all I did was sit at home all day watching K-dramas and watch slasher movies. Nothing much happened in this month. The month of July and August were hectic as well. I was busy studying all day because the exams were around the corner, so I didn't do much in those months except for studying and watching YouTube videos. Then came the month of September when I took the first dose of vaccine. I also took the second dose of vaccine a few weeks ago. Now I think I'm in a position to say that I'm officially vaccinated. After I took the first dose, I felt very dizzy and my arm was in a great pain during the next few days. I was a bit worried that at one point I thought to myself that what if I turn into a zombie after I fall asleep tonight? Will I even wake up the next morning? And I was overthinking a lot. But fortunately I didn't die. I'm still alive and doing what I love doing. So I'm absolutely fine, guys, don't worry about me. And again, I don't know why, but for some reason taking the vaccine feels like an accomplishment, even though it isn't. Now let's talk about mental health. One of my goals for 2020 was to overcome my social anxiety. So I decided to go outside, meet people, join social events, hoping that one day my social anxiety will be gone. But very soon lockdown happened and all my plans got ruined. What I mean by this is, because of the lockdown, instead of going outside, I was literally stuck at home, unable to go outside. Now if you want to overcome your social anxiety, you will have to actually go outside. You'll have to meet people. You'll have to join social events. You cannot sit at home all day and expect yourself to overcome social anxiety. Social anxiety is a battle that is fought outside the house. But since I was in self-isolation, I didn't get a chance to fight it. Then 2021 came, a brand new year. I thought that in this year I will achieve the goal of overcoming my social anxiety. So once again I started going outside, meeting new people and joining social events, and it felt like my social anxiety was gradually fading away. But then once again a new variant of COVID showed up. Once again the lockdown happened, and once again I was stuck at home. Due to this, I was once more unable to overcome my social anxiety. In fact, my social anxiety has now gotten worse than ever. It doesn't feel like I'm overcoming my social anxiety anymore. It feels like my social anxiety is overcoming me, if that makes any sense. I feel so demotivated now. Every time I try to fight social anxiety, lockdown happens and I get stuck at home. Every time I stand, I get knocked out by these lockdowns. Yes, I can join social events on various social media websites, but meeting people on the internet is quite different than meeting them in real life. If you want to overcome social anxiety, it's better to meet them face to face and not through a computer. It was unfortunate that once again I couldn't overcome my social anxiety, and it sucks to see that it's worse than ever now. But the good news is I'm still trying, still fighting, and I believe that one day I'll definitely overcome it. The month of October and November were really hard for me. What happened in those months is that my mom got seriously ill. She's been suffering from severe health issues, both physical and mental. She's been sick for the past 2 months. Now for those of you who are wondering, I'm 22 years old and yes, I still live with my mom, and I'm okay with it. It's really challenging because when she was healthy, she used to do all the work, such as cooking the food for each and every member of the family, cleaning the house and washing the dishes, and I didn't have to worry about doing anything. I was very carefree at the time. But now that she is not in a state of performing those tasks, it's up to me to do all the work, including cooking and cleaning. It's not as easy as it sounds. It's really tough. It takes a lot of effort, it's tiring, and it consumes a lot of my precious time that I don't even get time to make videos for my channel. All the responsibilities that my mother once had on her shoulders has now jumped onto my shoulders. But the good thing is, treatment is been going on and I hope my mom will be okay soon. Now let's talk about my regrets. For this video, I want to talk about the 2 major things which I have done in 2021 that now I regret doing. So number 1, I regret breaking up with my American girlfriend. Honestly, I feel like she was my kind of person, and now when I look back into the past, I feel like she was actually way better than the Filipino girl. The Filipino girl had a habit of replying very lately, which was very annoying. Also, it was very rude of her to just block me all of a sudden. She didn't even tell me the reason why she decided to end the relationship. Sometimes I imagine how things would have turned out if the Filipino girl didn't get involved in the story. If the Filipino girl had not showed up, then maybe I wouldn't have sabotaged my relationship with the American girl. But now I have lost both the girls. I'm not in a relationship with either of them now, which is really disappointing. The second thing that I regret doing is not making more videos for my channel when I had plenty of time. One of my goals for 2021 was to do weekly uploads, but as you can tell by looking at the channel that I failed in doing so. The reason is mainly because I was busy studying and sleeping and I was too lazy to make them. I regret not being optimistic and positive towards life. My mental health was affected because I always doubted my abilities and had a pessimistic attitude. But now I have realized that being positive and optimistic plays an important role in taking care of your mental health. It's not like I have realized these things for the very first time in my life. I have known these things for a very long time but never actually took them seriously. Like before, I used to think that it's not the positive thinking that's gonna help me achieve my goals. It's the action that'll help me achieve my goals. If I wanna get something, then I'll have to take appropriate actions. Just thinking positive will not make any changes. But I was wrong. Certainly, taking appropriate actions is the main thing that'll help you get closer to your goal. But having a positive mindset and being optimistic are just as important. They will change things in your mental world, which will eventually change things in your physical world as well. What I mean by this is, it will motivate you to work harder on your goals when you are tired and feeling like giving up. It will remind you to cherish the things you are grateful for. It will encourage you to keep strong when you are feeling low or when you are having a bad day. It will make your doubts and fearful thoughts fade away so that you can think clearly. Once you start thinking clearly, you stop overthinking. Once you stop overthinking, you realize that you have won half of the battle. Because overthinking is the big bad. A lot of our problems are caused by overthinking. Overthinking allows negative thoughts to enter our head, and to stop these negative thoughts from entering our heads, we must replace them with the positive ones. So stay positive and optimistic. Another thing I have learned this year is that cooking and cleaning the house ain't easy. I mean, if you have been doing it for a long time, it must be easy for you. But for someone like me who is not so fond of cooking and who doesn't like cleaning, it is really challenging. It's really challenging to complete these tasks. From this, I have learned that the things my mother used to do that I never really appreciated her for are not that easy for me to do. I used to think that what she does is easier than going to school or doing the homework. But I was wrong. No doubt going to school was a pain in the ass. But what my mom used to do was not easy either. Overall, 2021 was a good year. I won't say it was bad just because some girl from the Philippines ditched me. The only complaint I have is that this year was very boring. In fact, 2021 was the most boring year of my life. Like nothing really happened this year. Nothing interesting happened. Nothing exciting happened. Everything was so bleak. But I'm glad that it was at least a little bit better than the last year, 2020. If you ask me to rate 2021, I would give it a 2.5 out of 100 million. I hope 2022 will be super exciting and full of joy and happiness. I hope that you and I will achieve our 2022 goals in the year 2022. I wish you all a very happy new year. I hope 2022 brings you health, wealth and prosperity. One of my goals for 2022 is to make lots and lots of videos for my YouTube channel. What are your goals for 2022? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next video.